Now I'm going to show you how to insert a graph, Excel graph, into the PowerPoint presentation, and as well as the Excel sheet. How to embed a Excel sheet into the PowerPoint presentation. So let's go and select a new slide, which I've already done, and check for the title. Here we go. You can see I have already As you can see that I have already put the title as Excel graph. Now I'm going to show you how to insert that object. See, object linking and embedding is two things. First, you will have to learn what is the object, how to embed an object, and how to link an object. Linking is just a way that the Excel sheet remains on your computer wherever you are, on the hard disk or whatever part you are is the hardware of the part it is. It only is linked. There is no data insertion in the link. While when you embed an object, you actually insert the data, and your PowerPoint presentation grows. The file grows in the size. Let's take one and just jump into the object and try to embed that object into my PowerPoint presentation. Here is I say create from the file, because I am not going to create a new Excel graph here or Excel data here, so I can always, if I have one already, I can embed it into the PowerPoint presentation or link it, whatever I feel like doing it. And there we go. So I already have a sales graph created in the, I could have always linked it if I want. I would like to embed it right now. I don't want to display it as an icon, so I said okay. There is no displaying of the icon needed because this is a small graph. If it was a bigger graph, I would have actually put it in the Excel sheet and I would have linked it to show the details of the graphs. Right now, as it is just a single graph, I can always embed it into the PowerPoint presentation. There we go, it's just coming up. As you can see, there is a grid on the slide. Now I will have to double click it so that I can place the graph in the center of the box. Before that, I will have to resize the grid. There we go. As you can see, I will resize the graph, resize the grid, and right now I am going to double click it so that I can bring the graph to the center of the grid. As you can see, this grid actually represents the Excel boxes that are there in the Excel, because that is how I am going to bring that graph. Right now, when I have double click it opens up the Excel sheet, and I will have to realign the graph to the center of the box so that it shows the graph at the center of the box rather than the Excel rows, empty rows and columns, or the data, whatever it was there. So just keep coming. It takes some time. There we go. It has just popped in. Now there it is. I have actually get it aligned. I have to resize it inside the Excel so that it fits it here exactly. And there we have done. I can always double click it and make the changes to whatever it is, BR and Berlin, HO, LO and DN. I can always resize it and make it correct, but it will have to be done through the Excel. When I double click it again, I will have to go through into it, and I will have to resize the graph so that it shows the correct city and the correct data as it should be represented. Now let's go to a new slide. So let's say I click here once again here, and again it says a new slide, and I'm going to have a new slide here again. Now this time I'm going to insert an Excel data rather than Excel chart. Hold on for a while So this is the Excel data heading already I put there, aligned it to the right. Now this time I am going to insert an object. Again I am going to create it from the file. I am not going to create it in the Excel or something. I am going to create it directly from the file that I have created. I will browse the contents of my file folders and find that file. That is an Excel file, and I would like to put it on the PowerPoint presentation. Though this is a small file, if it was bigger, you would have actually linked it rather than embedded it. So there is a sales forecast, the sales showing. I could always again I have linked it here. I could display it as an icon. Linking makes it that the file doesn't get actually embedded into the PowerPoint presentation. The file doesn't grow. It can show you more data, but the problem is that if you should have Excel if on the computer where you are going to show your PowerPoint presentation, or else the data doesn't get shown up. So that's it. Now I'm going to say OK here, and there we are. It takes some time before the data shows up. Here we go, and we have the Excel data already present into the. This is the same Excel data for the chart. That is, I can always move the slide upwards so that I can always have the data first and the graph later. As you can see, I had moved the slide of the Excel data upwards and Excel graph down automatically by moving one of them upwards. That's it. And now I would like to actually go to the first slide. I will show you that you can always apply a transition here. Transition is just like an animation. So click the animation, and you can apply that transition from the sheet. It gives you a good presentation depending upon how jazzy you want to create a presentation. Go to the second slide. You can put many transition for each slide and so on, and then you can actually, whenever you are changing a transition, whenever you are changing a slide, you can always apply transition as well as the sound. You can create a sound here. From here you can choose one, or you can add one of your own. Once you have it added own, you can apply the same sound to the all, and that's it. You have got the transition done. You have got the animation done. Okay. Now as you can see, if you can go to the design menu, from here you can choose lot of background styles, you can choose a theme, you can choose colors, you can choose effects. As you can see, there are a lot of effects it allows you for the text and the other things. And then there are fonts, there is colors. These are the theme of the colors that you can choose from depending upon what you like. And then there is also a background style. How do you want your background to be? And then there is a page upset, there is a slide orientation, you can choose from them. Now you can add a comment also if you want. Suppose if I wanted to add some comment, I could always add this comment here depending upon what I wanted. So I can say this is comment 1. I can keep on adding whatever I feel like, and then depending upon, I can always add another comment here. This is comment 2, and you can keep on adding whatever comments you wanted on the slide depending upon what you want, and that's it. Now I can always navigate with the next comment, first comment. It will tell me you are on the last comment because this is the second comment of the last one. So again I can continue if I want to go to the beginning of the first comment, and it goes. Then always I can see what the comment is, and if I wanted to delete the comment, or if I want to edit a comment, you can always select edit a comment, and it allows me to edit a comment and write whatever extension I want. As you can see, this is getting edited and it will throw up the comment box, and there it is. And suppose if I wanted to delete this comment, I can always delete this comment and it will delete the comment and the comment is gone. And again, if I want to delete some other one, I can always delete this comment and it gets activated the delete box, and there we go, and this is gone. And that's for the comment so far. So you have seen how to add and delete a comment. Now suppose you wanted to format the box on the title once again, or the text box, whatever you want, and it's given you just click the title again here on the top. And suppose if you wanted to format it, you just select the format. Once you click it, you'll see, and this time you can select from the boxes given down, and there we go. Again we have got the text box, tables full color. It looks classy, it looks good. These are the text effects you want. It allows you to show the reflection. There are many more you can choose from: glow, B-level, 3D rotation, transform, etc., which allows you to. These are again the word styles you want here. There are a lot of styles here. You can choose from the styles, and then you have shape effects. Once you have created a box or whatever the shapes you have, you can add the effects to it, as you can see here. Then this is for the text color, text fill. This is a text color. You can add gradients, texture, whatever you want for the text also, as it shows up. Again there is a text outline which creates a border for the text. You can have a different color of a border that outlining the text. Again it shows the weight and the dashes, etc., whatever the options you want to choose from. This is for the alignment. You can align left the objects, the right, or whatever you want, and it can be aligned. This is for the rotation of the object. If you have a photograph or a box or whatever you want to rotate that text, you can use this thing. And this is the bringing to the front. If you have different objects, you are putting the like a text, and then you have a photographs and etc., and you have actually put it upon each other. This is to bring to the front, back, or the select the pane depending upon what you want exactly to do with it. And ultimately we have this shapes. These are vector shapes. You can add them to the depending upon the graph, depending upon the PowerPoint presentation you are creating it. Suppose for example I wanted to create a flow chart, and I was going to use, I can stretch this graph so as much as I want, because they are vector shape and they don't get broken. That's the best part of it. And you can insert any numbers of arrows, create flow charts, and depending upon what shapes you want, and other modeling data and etc., presentation, whatever you wanted to create, showing arrows and boxes and etc., whatever it was you would like to do with it. And then that's it. We are done with it. This is done. PowerPoint presentation is done.